You can do it. You have to try to talk yourself through things sometimes. And you may say, you want me to talk to myself? That sounds crazy. Are you out of your mind? No. But think about how many times your parents have talked you through things. When you were a wee lad and you went to go get your shots, what would they say? It's okay, honey. It will be over soon. When you were in school, what did your teachers say? Just study more. They talked you through it. If you ever gave birth, push. You can do it. Sometimes you have to tell yourself that you can do it. First, it will feel very strange talking to yourself if you've never done it before or rarely do it. But the more you practice, the more natural it will become. You know, when you're at the gym, come on, this is the last mile. You got this. You know, when you're studying, come on, you gotta wake up. You gotta give it some energy. You have to pump yourself up. Sometimes I'm like, woo, come on, when I don't feel like going to the gym. Whatever works for you, you know, music, of course, but sometimes just affirming it out loud. You got this. You can do it. You are strong. You are worthy. You know, just like anyone else you've seen that succeed, you are a person, and so are they. Believing in your dream and your goals when no one else believes in you is really hard, but that's when you need to say it out loud the most. That's when you need to reaffirm yourself the most. When your family or friends or people that are close to you are clearly showing you that they don't believe in you and maybe they never have faith in your dream, that is when you have to say it out loud the most. I got this. I can do this. I got to replan. Got to work smarter, not harder, right? But that's when you need to really hear it the most. And sometimes there will be no one there to tell you that. You know, there will be no one there to tell you, you got to get up, you got to go to the gym, you got to get up, you got to go to this meeting, even though you don't feel like it. You have to wake up in the morning, even though you're tired from dealing with the kids or dealing with your situationship, whatever it is. You have to be your own personal coach when no one is around. So when you're trying to pump yourself up, to keep chasing your goal, to keep pursuing your dream, just try not to take people not supporting you personal, because a lot of people tend to think pessimistic, and that just comes from the survival mentality, right? When we used to live in the cave days, you had to be pessimistic not to eat a new leaf because it could be poison. You know, a berry, it could be poisonous. But nowadays, you don't have to be as negative, but just try to just really boost yourself up. Whether it's in the mirror or you're in your car or you're in your shower, just tell yourself what you need to push closer to your goals. If it's weird at first, then maybe you should just try writing it down first. You know, write it down first, read it in your mind, and then say it out loud. If you don't believe in your dream, then it probably won't happen. You know, if you don't believe you're ever going to reach your goal, then it's probably not going to happen. You have to really convince yourself, like, I can do this shit, and nothing or no one is going to stop me. Not the past, not people that are here, not these events, because a lot of life is what you make it. Because my son, you know, he's autistic, he goes to therapy, and there's this man there, and he's in a wheelchair, but his son is autistic, you know, so he has to take care of not only himself, you know, but his son. And I just think, wow, sometimes you think you have it so hard, you know, you think whatever, until you see someone else's situation and you're like, wait a minute, like, I can walk, I can run after my son, you know, that's something he can't do. So a lot of it is mentality. But when I tell you, when I see this man in the wheelchair with his son, he's always so happy. He's always just so full of energy. But I know that shit has to be hard. It's tough, but he's making it. You know, he's not letting it break him. He's making it make him more resilient, making him more stronger and determined for him and his child. And that's what you have to do. You cannot give up on you. You have to tell yourself until you believe it. Say some shit that you believe. Start small. You know, don't start off saying, I'm gonna lose this 100 pounds in a few months. Maybe I'm gonna lose 5 pounds. A realistic time frame for you. You know, maybe you won't make a lot of money online at first. Aim for a lower goal that's realistic, something you can really believe in. Because if you don't believe in you, who else is going to believe in you, right? That's a burden you don't want to put upon others, right? You have to believe in yourself so that you can take action, so you can be responsible, so that you can push harder. When you really believe in something, you're going to push harder for it. You're going to work harder for it. It's going to be more fulfilling. Just really think about it. People at the football game, when they hear those fans, those cheers, come on, you know, it does something. It helps, it motivates versus the whole crowd booing. That has to mess with your mentality. You have to have a strong mentality to go through that and not be bothered just a little bit. So please make sure you're not only giving yourself positive talk, but really reinforcing your dreams, reinforcing your goals, really pushing and moving the needle, right? Not the bare minimum, because honestly, I think you deserve more than the bare minimum. You definitely should be an adult if you're watching me, but if not, you can click off now. But seriously, even in the bedroom, people talk couples through stuff all the time, right? They talk you into something you never even thought. I didn't even know I can do that. I didn't even know I wanted to do that. And I didn't know I liked the way that felt. Somebody talked you through it your first, second, third time now you a pro. Talk yourself through it, okay? Stay blessed in this week. Stay focused. Tell yourself you can do it and really believe in yourself. I believe in you. If no one else believes in you, you got me on your side. You got God on your side. That's a lot because I got big energy. I'm just kidding. But seriously, like, believe in yourself, okay? Because this is the week. This is the month. This is your year. This is your life. What are you going to do about it? Big mama. Big mama, no, seriously, or big daddy, hey, get it how you live, but really pump yourself up each and every day. When you wake up, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am that one. I'll put that shit on, because if you don't pump yourself up, who the hell is, right? You have to give yourself some positive self-talk every single day, not just when you have an interview, not just when things aren't going amazing, but every day. Just like y'all, that are religious, we supposed to pray every day, not just when we need something and not when things are only going bad. Be consistent. Hey Siri, play Bad Bitch by Lil Webby. Come on, I need a bad